And we're glad you're along on WKYT and Newsfirst at noon. Well, here in the horse capital of the world, we all know it's easy to find folks with an intense love of horses.
You'll also find that deep admiration for horses across the globe. We're joined by Bob Berven, a thoroughbred horse owner in Australia. Thanks for coming in today.
We didn't know about this. Horses in the outback. Isn't this interesting?
And how big is the thoroughbred industry in Australia?
The industry is huge in Australia. In fact, it's the biggest employer of people in the whole country. And I'm talking the three codes here: the thoroughbreds, the standardbreds, the trots, and the greyhounds. But they are the biggest employer of people. I mean, all the way from stable hands up to obviously trainers and breeders. But so the industry is well respected and gets well supported by the governments.
And you said it's all across the country. You live over in Perth on the west coast and all the way over to Sydney. And
yes, yeah. There's race courses everywhere. The small country towns. You can have there'll be races every day somewhere in Australia every day of the week, either trots or gallops or greyhounds.
So talk about the differences. How is the industry different here as compared to Australia?
Well, until yesterday, I was going to say that we don't. Our industry's drug-free. Basically, we don't use steroids and what have you. And I see the commission's just made a decision yesterday to go that way here.
You think that's a good move?
I really do.
Yeah.
I really think it's a good move. You know, as the lady in today's paper said, if people are going to bring horses from overseas here, they want to be be seen as being on a level playing field, as the paper said, and that's the term we use too. And so I think it's a very good move.
But other than that, you know, when you talk about how it's different from here to there, I mean, is there the pageantry and all? We know the world famous Kentucky Derby and the beauty of Keeneland and that kind of thing. Do you have those kinds of venues?
Yeah, we have the world famous Melbourne Cup. And that's the first Tuesday in November every year. And of course, the pageantry that goes with that is quite spectacular. And the prize money is very high, and they bring horses in from all over the world, imported horses from Ireland and England and Japan. And so that's the real big carnival. That is the Kentucky Derby of Australia.
So are owners racing 2-year-olds in Australia?
Yes, they do, but probably not as much as here, I would say. They, if they've purchased a very expensive 2-year-old, they might be anxious to try and recoup some of their money. So they may, or if they've got a very precocious 2-year-old that's obviously showing signs, they'll race them. And there are lots of 2-year-old races, don't get me wrong. But some of them do retain them until they're 3-year-olds.
Well, you know, here in the U.S., obviously it's quite a status symbol to own a horse or even part of a horse. Is it the same there? Is horse ownership popular in Australia?
Yes, it is, and it's getting more popular. There are more syndicates being formed, and that's I'm part owner in a number of syndicates, plus a couple of other horses on my own with a friend of mine.
And what do you see as the future of the horse industry in Australia?
Oh,